This reference design is for making a power harness product. It includes everything from build materials to assembly instructions.
Rollout. We share hardware reference designs for robotics so you can make your own hardware.
Hi there, welcome to Rollout. I'm Jeremy, and today we're rolling out the E04 power harness. The power harness includes the following features. It has high current rated components, such as 16 gauge silicon wire, micro Deans and Deans connectors, as well as a high current switch. It also has replaceable ATM mini blade fuse, and the PCB can be used with a barrel jack instead. Okay, let's hook up the power harness to the EZB. First, we'll need a battery, the power harness itself, and an EZB. We'll connect the Deans connector, red to red, black to black. Make sure the switch is off. Then we'll connect the micro Deans connector to the micro Deans on the EZB. And then we'll flip the power switch on. There we go. The EZB powers up. As an alternative, you could take the PCB from the power harness and solder on a barrel jack. That way you can power the EZB from an AC to DC power supply. So all you have to do is plug this into an EZB and then plug in your power supply, and off you go. Let's have a look at the parts needed to build the power harness. Here's the bill of materials for the power harness. First, we start off with the PCB. Next is the fuse holders. After that, we have our 16 inches of 16 gauge silicone wire. Next, we have the Deans connector, which is also called a T-plug. There's a rocker switch. We have some heat shrink tubing that goes over top of the silicone wire. We have our automotive blade fuse, rated for 20 amps. And lastly, we have our micro Deans plug. And here are the assembly instructions for the power harness. Start off with how to install the fuse on the fuse holders. You're going to make sure that it's not pressed all the way down. Then you solder that onto the PCB. You also make sure that the micro Deans connector is installed on the right side of the board and the pins are trimmed. Also make note that the micro Deans pin shouldn't be bent at all, it should be straight up and down. And sometimes from some pliers you can get some of this silicone wire where the gauge of the wire is actually much thinner than it's supposed to be. So make sure you get 16 gauge. And lastly, you'll have to note where the wires get soldered onto. Polarity is key. So you want to make sure you got the red wire to the right place, the horizontal positioned pin on the Deans connector there, and the black wire to the vertical position. That was the E04 power harness reference design. Find the links for the GitHub reference design files in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get notifications for new rollout videos coming up. Over and out.
Thank you for watching Rollout. For more information, visit www.synthiam.com.